Welcome back, everybody. We've got a great show lined up for you today. Sorry, just a sec. Yellow.
Hi, yeah, can you just skip the yapping and start the clips already?
Wait, but the show isn't live. How are you calling in right now?
We didn't click the thumbnail to listen to you go on and on, buddy. We're here for the clips. Never mind, I'll do it myself. Let's get weird.
Oh?
You hear something really kind of weird?
I'm begging for it.
All right. There's a group of people that built an exact replica of the Ark of the Covenant. It took them 3 years to make. The chief architect chooses to remain anonymous. So they put the Torah, which is the Hebrew Bible, in the Ark of the Covenant. They just did that. And he said, quote, "When that Torah was put in this Ark, it became weaponized." This was probably the strangest part of this whole story. Do you know where this replica of the Ark of the Covenant was for 8 months before they brought it to Israel?
Antarctica.
Trump's house. Mar-a-Lago.
No joke.
It was in Trump's house for 8 months before it was brought to Israel. Why was it there?
That is insane.
I don't know what to make of it. Truly don't care how anyone voted. Just looking at face value, that's strange.
That's 100%.
Trump's uncle, John G. Trump, was an electrical engineer, an inventor, and a physicist. After Tesla's death in his hotel room, he was called in by the National Defense Research Committee of the Office of Research and Development to look at Tesla's papers and see if there was anything viable in there that the government could be using for warfare, because they were particularly interested in particle beam weapons and his death ray. I'm sure there were other things there that they kind of scooped up, because the government sent back to his home country something like only 60% of everything that was left behind, then confiscated the remaining materials. I don't know what was in those papers. It was deemed that most of those papers had only mere applications of philosophy and theory, but clearly his technologies reverberate today with wireless technology and transmission of data. But as far as the Ark of the Covenant at Trump's house for all that time, that blows my mind. This is really quite alarming and raises a number of questions, larger questions. Why was it there? What was it being used for? Why was it there for so long? And was it an actual device as claimed by this video? Could it be used at all? But it also could answer some really perplexing questions like, how did he even get elected the first time? Another cube, another mystery, but I think a somewhat unreputable source in the sun. Kind of looks like CGI to me, but who knows?
Oh God! It is hauling. Oh, burning! My God!
Sonic boom time.
Oh my God, guys! It looks so small.
Let's go! Come on! No way, it's gonna be so freaking loud. They're gonna do it.
Come on! Oh my God!
Let's go!
Oh my God!
Wait for this sound. It's hovering. It's hovering.
Oh my God! Holy shit! Do it!
Whoa! Let's go! Let's go!
Definitely a bit of an old clip, but I wanted to put that in there because of the science involved in making this happen. I feel like the actual technology behind closed doors, like they say, is at least 5 generations ahead of what we're seeing. But still, when you're lighting sticks of TNT and throwing them up into space and then reorient them and have them land basically in a pair of chopsticks is pretty phenomenal. So I wanted to throw that in there because it really is a feat of scientific achievement. Threw this in there because sometimes people are just doing things for the sake of art. And I get it. I get the whole art thing. But it looks like dude just pixelated out a square, in my opinion. Even though I've heard and have seen pictures of the sun where I'm talking giant, like multiple times the size of Jupiter, spheres ejecting from the sun and other anomalies crossing in front of the sun. Maybe there's something else here. Have you guys heard about gigantic squares or cubes seen near the sun? But leave in the comments if you've heard anything like that. The Hollywood elite probably tried to soften the blow by building Xenu a fantastic mansion.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Do you still think these giant craters are caused by asteroids? Aw, that's sweet. Well, if you don't want that fantasy ruined for you, I wouldn't keep watching. Let's start by looking how many of these craters have been found. And the Google machine says 190, but I've seen up to 195, which is awfully close to the number 200. 200 that just happens to be the exact same number of the fallen angels or watchers that were banished down to earth for committing sins with human women. And then what if I also told you there's a pyramid in the middle of a crazy city where at the very top of it was a chamber where they had 200 perfectly aligned, beautiful seats. 200 exactly. And then I told you that the town name that pyramid's in just happens to be an anagram of the word Satan. Also has a light in it that looks very, very familiar. So familiar that I knew I had seen it somewhere before. We know what that is. That's the Olympic torch. And if you've seen my Chicago or New York videos, you know who that really is, holding that torch. The head of the fallen angels, Lucifer, the light bearer. The light bearer who not only puts his light in plain sight, but puts his home at the head of a phoenix. And we just know how Hollywood loves to tell us the truth right in their movies.
We were not stone then, but light. It was not our place to interfere. Yet we chose to try and help mankind. And when we disobeyed the Creator, He punished us. broken mud shackled down fiery glue.
Maybe, just maybe, there are some fallen angels here, and they're trying to deceive us to get revenge on God, trying to make us think there is no God, and that we just came on an accident, random Big Bang, and then we evolved from monkeys, and that we live on just one of infinite spinning balls. But I know the truth. I know they're not even possible the way they tell us, because I've researched. And if you still think these are caused from asteroids from outer space, then my friend, you have a lot of research to do. My hope for you is that one day you get a fire up your butt so bad that you will stop at nothing, and I mean nothing, until you find the truth about this place you live. Because it's there, and this sure as hell.
Yeah, so I don't believe any of that either. And I don't know anything about fire up the butt. But this dude, I should say right out of the gate, I am not a flat earther at all.
Sure, buddy.
Nor am I a practicing person of religion or of faith. I consider myself very, somewhat spiritual, and I try to do good deeds when possible.
You're not good. You just know how to hide. How to lie.
The reason I showed this is because whether you believe them or you don't, I just love people with strong convictions like that. Whether they're right or they're wrong, it really doesn't matter. And this guy really does string a super, super fun narrative. If you can sort of suspend your disbelief and watch for entertainment purposes, it's super fun to postulate. As far as space goes, I've seen a lot of craters from the images that we've gotten back from all our technology in space, so...
Check this one out. We've got a brand new mysterious cube-shaped UFO UAP that was recently spotted floating over the city of Prague. There have actually been numerous reports of cube-shaped UAPs in recent years, seemingly defying the laws of physics. Perhaps most notably, the encounter that happened between Navy fighter pilot Ryan Graves and one of these cube-shaped UAPs in 2014. This particular sighting allegedly happened on Wednesday, July 31st, 2024. And according to the witness, a massive rotating white cube hovered in the sky for about 5 minutes before suddenly vanishing, and briefly reappeared moments later. When zoomed in, you can see extremely clear edges on this object. It's really interesting. Was it a drone of some type? Was it some sort of optical illusion? Or could this UAP have actually been some sort of non-human intelligence craft? Let me know what you think. Do you believe?
I really wish I had more information on this one. I love this video, by the way. I want this to be real. I want this to be true. I love the idea of any geometric shape being able to suspend itself in the air without any visible means of propulsion, no jettisoned fuel coming out the back end of it. I love this whole concept of super advanced stuff. And here is another cube, right? I don't know. Seems like there's a lot of videos coming out these days and a lot of information since 2017. I just want it to be real, y'all, you know?
A man has stunned doctors by coughing up a 15-centimeter wide blood clot from his lungs in the near-perfect shape of his right bronchial tree. Chinese woman's body riddled with parasitic worms and cysts result to eating raw pork for 10 years. During massive Pakistan floods in 2010, millions of spiders climbed into trees to escape the rising floodwaters. Alligator came in photograph just before feasting on his friend. This is a look at the human and dolphin brain, showing why dolphins are among Earth's smartest creatures. They might grasp quantum physics faster than you. Clearest image of Jupiter ever taken. This is the hole in your skin after a needle puncturate. The muscle difference in a person's leg, 2 weeks after breaking it. Baby owls sleep down on their stomach because their heads are too heavy. This baby is Emma Gibson, who was frozen as an embryo in 1992 and was born in 2017. More than 25 years later, a fisherman in Philippines found a pearl. Weighing 34 kilos, an estimate made it around 100 million, not knowing its value. The pearl was kept under his bed for 10 years as a good luck charm. The eyes of an electrician after being zapped by 114,000 volts.
Did you see the size of that dolphin brain? I've always believed that dolphins were smarter than we are. And actually, they coexist in nature exactly as they are without manipulating anything in their environment. They can communicate with other species and even with us. And now AI can communicate with whales. So I assume with them as well, and extrapolate that, aliens potentially in the future. But I wanted to throw this in there because it was super random, and the internet loves super random quick videos. And also, some of that stuff was just disgusting.
Frederick County 911, what is the address of the emergency?
7613 Iron Gate Lane.
7613 Iron Gate Lane.
The bear has attacked me. I'm laying in the driveway.
What attacked you?
There, and he's still here. Please help me.
Okay,
Please help me.
What is your name, ma'am?
Karen Osborne. Please come now. Please come now. Send someone now. I'm being attacked by this bear. He's coming back. Hurry. He's broken my arms and my legs. I can't move. And I'm bleeding. And I'm gonna die. Please hurry.
We are sending help as soon as possible.
Oh my God, here he comes. Oh Lord. Please, dear God, no. Please, dear God, no. Hurry, sir. Can you go away? Did you hear me? Sir?
We have help started, ma'am. I'm gonna stay on the line with you.
Okay. No. It's coming back. He's getting ready to attack me again. Please tell my husband I love him. How long will it take them to get here?
I don't know, ma'am. They're coming as fast as they can. We have animal control, police, and the ambulance en route.
So that's absolutely horrible. And I really contemplated hard about whether or not I was even going to include that in this. But at the same time, I also wanted to give her voice a little bit more airtime and to express how important it is to tell your loved ones how much you love them and care about them regularly.
Let's listen to this plant.
I've always had this feeling that the most perfect species on Earth was like plant life, because it really doesn't move, it doesn't manipulate its environment, it doesn't have to eat, it feeds directly from the sun and photosynthesizes all of its nutrients that way. And apparently now it communicates. Whether or not you believe in the tree touch my shoulder challenge, you can check out the video here in my video list. But some people are talking to trees and the trees are responding. Maybe you be the judge of that. But there's a lot of groundbreaking evidence now too of mycelium communicating over vast swaths of forest over many miles, potentially hundreds of miles, and oftentimes talking to mother trees in big clusters of the forest, which is like totally mind-boggling, right? Like a gigantic neural network under the ground. I wish I understood more the technology behind the device they're using to connect to the plants. But I do understand that there are electrical signals and impulses being created by the plant that are being decoded by the machinery attached to it to receive those sensitive signals. But it still just blows my mind to think about it. They're making music and they're communicating.
老天保佑，金山银山前路有。老天教唆，别管江湖龙虎斗。
I had to include that clip at the end. That made me laugh. That's all there is for today. I'm glad you guys joined me once again. I can't wait to see you next time. But please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if there's something you'd like to say or videos you want me to check out. Other than that, stay weird.